first, let's see the word that we have for today. And the word for today is euphoric. Euphoric means marked by a feeling of great happiness and excitement. The origin of euphoric came from the Greek word euphoros. Now let's use it in a sentence. For example, we could say, the boy knew he was going to win big and he was euphoric about it. Nice job! We just learned a new word today. Euphoric. Now let's start coding. So you go to the Google search bar, type www.scratch.mit.edu and click enter. Then you click on the create button. So you delete the scratch cats and go to the stage. Then you draw the ground and the background of how it would look. Once you've gotten your background color, you put it out. Make sure it fits in with the background, and you click on it with a cursor button and click on the outline and click on no fill. That's this right here. Now you see that there is no black here, which is how it's meant to look. Okay, after that, you need some basketball hoops. First, to make the basketball, make a hoop, draw the outline, and now Ctrl G to group, bring it out, Ctrl C to copy, and Ctrl V to paste. And you bring it to the other side. And you click flip horizontal. Now you create a sky. To create the sky, set the saturation to 100 and you make the color 56 and the brightness 90. Then you make a rectangle to cover the whole place. It will be this big. Make sure it doesn't overlap those white lines. You click on the cursor button, click on it, and click on back. Now look at what we've done so far. Isn't it cool? Now let's bring in our sprites. First we bring our people. We'll bring in Pickle Walking. You can bring in any character. We set the size to 40. Now you go to angry flag clicked, bring it out forever, bring the forever, bring if touching, else, and you bring out if touching colored. You set the color to pick, and you set it to that color of the ground. But you see nothing's happening, it doesn't fall down with gravity. So what we add is -5. And it's an else, and boom, it goes to the ground. Really easy. Right now, carry it around and see how it goes to the ground. It doesn't overlap the ground, because if it does, it will still be easy. Now we'll click on go to the backdrops, make an outline for the ground. If you want to 3, 4, 6, and you hide it. That way you make sure it's really hidden. Okay, now back to pickle walking. Now let's make it jump. You only want to make it jump when it's touching the ground, because if it jumps in the sky, that's out of the ordinary. So you bring in the if touching, you bring in key space, you click up arrow, then you change y by 100. That's a really big number, but it would work. Now see, only if it's touching the ground, it would work. Try that. You can say 150 for it to be high enough as the hoop. Yeah, exactly. You want it to face in the direction -90. And this rotation style to left and right. Now, you would need the if touching again. You bring it out 2 more times in its own separate forever. And bring 2 more key space out. Then go to the motion. The first key space, you set it to left. And second key space, you set it to right. You scroll down. You bring X in the 2. Set this to 5 or -5, and this to 5. Now you want it to point in those directions. So for left, you point it -90 direction, and it will point in direction 90 for right arrow. You can see how it's moving. But we want the legs to move, so you bring the next costume and you put them in on top of those two. Now you can you see how it moves? It's so cool, right? Great. Okay, so now that we have that, let's make an angle for it to go to. You bring go to x 89 and y -109. It's okay if yours is a different position. It's always different positions. So put that in and test it out. Now see, you take it all the way over to the other hoop, click reflect, it goes back to where it's meant to be, and then it's also facing its direction, which is right here. And now we have this here, we're ready to add the coloring. So we'll label this side red and this side blue. And since it's on the blue side, we bring out the looks, go to set color and set it to 110. Reflect and you see it's blue. For the blue, duplicate it, we set it to 190. For red, now you can see. Okay, now we want the character to go to a different place. It's hard to tell when it's off, so you bring it when it's still running. You bring out the go to X block and you add in the other one. Then you point the direction, the opposites. And now the movement controls will be different since it's a 2-player game. For up arrow, it will be W. For the key controls, WASD. The second one will be A, and the third one will be D. Because S is for down, and we're not really using down here, so it's just be WAD. Now look, you can see how the characters keep walking. They don't stop, they can jump around everywhere. Okay, now let's get coding. You choose a sprite, you go to basketball, set size to 40. Okay, the basketball is at right size. Now we need to make hoop. You paint a new one. For the red hoop, you draw a red. You draw a circle, an outline of 1 and 2. Make that outline, you pick it as the fill, and you make the fill none. That way, you'll be able to see through the hoop. Then you add a rectangle under the hoop. The rectangle will have a fill of the outline. Since everything looks black or brown, we can brighten things up a bit. Okay? Now that we have that there, then we use the eraser, set it to 10, to be thin enough to make a single stroke. But to do that first, we need to remove the rectangle out of the way. So that way we can see everything well. So we can use lines. Also again, hold down the shift key to make the line straight. It's not straight, you can delete it and try again. Well, it doesn't really have to be perfect. Okay, so bring it up. You copy it and paste it to be more faster. You shrink it up a bit. Put it to the side and shrink it up a lot. Then you also shrink it down. You copy the words in, paste it, and this time you just shrink it. Flip it vertical and put it on the other side of the hoop. Boom. You copy it, you group it, then you remove it. You paste it over here on the right side. It's done. So you can just shrink it. But the outline could be 2 instead of 1, because that'll be too thin. Then you paste it again. Make the outline blue. Go to the other side and shrink it also to like close to the same size as the red. Then you set the outline to 2 again. You can see how cool they look. So now if you click on flag, you can see that they're on the side of their hoop color. Now you paint a sprite. You make that color blue for the blue dots. Put to the center and try to overlay to the red hoop. Then you duplicate it and make it red on the other side. Then you come in, you color it red, and done. Then you put it to the blue hoop. Once you've done that, you go to the basketball. Well, first you name them so it's easy. You go blue, an arrow, point. Then the red you say red, point. So now I can see it. First, you go to the events. When I got red green flag clicked, go to the looks and said set ghost effect to 100. That way it's be completely hidden like this. But it's still there because you can see it's on show sprite, not hide sprite. You have it over to the red sprite. When you see a green light flash around it, that means it went there. And you see it on the other side. I can see you can't see any of those. Even if they jump up there. Now all we need to do is program the basketball and make some variables with it. But first we delete the my variable. Go and group flag clicked. Forever. If touching and another if touching. With an if touching inside another if touching is another one inside another one. And then use touching and key space. You do space and Z. The first one will be pickle walking. The second one can be pickle walking too. To test it quickly, we'll do move 10 steps for pickle walking and move minus 10 steps for pickle walking too. Now let's go. So this is pickle walking 2. Oh, that's pickle walking 1. Now if you use space, you can see pickle walking 2 makes it move left. Kind of like football, but we're not creating football. We're creating basketball. And yes, you can see a problem. The basketball went over to that side and stayed here. Easier to do it, we could make it go to a place and stay here. And not just that, we'll make it have gravity, like this. It doesn't fall down. So, like the others, to have gravity, I'm going to flash around it. They put on the bottom, and I'm good. Look, we carried it up. It falls down to the bottom of the ground. Okay, so now that we've tested it and see that it's working when it touches those two, let's do the real one. Make it glide 1 second to blue points because pickle walking is red. Or we can say red points. And the other one will glide 1 second to blue points. It's a bit more easier to just label them red, blue. That way we don't have a problem. So if I touch it to blue, it goes to red, and if I touch it red, it goes to blue. So let's stop. We need to swap some things around. So blue point to blue point and red point to red points. Now let's go. You can see as they touch it, it goes to its right spots. Now all we need is a variable. The first one will be red. The second one will be blue. The third one will be highest. So red will be on this side, blue will be on this side, and highest will be in the center, like this. So now that we have our variables set out, let's do the coding with the basketball. Now it will change blue by 1, and that's only if you add another if in there. So the if here will be with a new one. You can duplicate it, then you right click this, you go to right, but in the beginning you set blue to 0 and right to 0. You don't need to do for highest because later on it uses a different one. We set highest to none because it also takes roots in a way. Now click on it, see 0, 0, none. Now if touching color, that's how we'll tell it apart. So be if touching color. So we need to shrink and close to get a good look at them. Okay, and if we do Z space, noise in 6, 19, 2. Okay, it doesn't make sense that way. So we'll do to change it by 1 and wait 1 second. So that way it doesn't use the whole time. We could say 2 seconds because it might be quick. So let's try that. Look, it worked. It's just in 2, 3. Now it's more better. So we need to do highest. That's the last thing we need to work on. We'll do it in the basketball. One green flag click forever. If and another if. So it's kind of three ways that would be greater, less, and equal. So if blue is greater than red, then set highest to blue. Set all these right here, and then they say if blue is less than red, set highest to red. And if blue is equal to red, set highest to tie. So it will be the same any way you arrange it if it's a longer version of this. So if we do space, blue, Z, tie, Z, red. So this worked out really well. Let's call the title Basketball. And you can save now. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So yes, we just finished learning about a basketball game. I hope you loved it, you enjoyed it, and you also followed along with me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!